Yo, what's going on?
How do?
It's the Wolds.
The Wolds here on another interesting podcast.
Another episode of the Worldwide Cast coming to you live. Well, it's
Live now where we are.
live for us, but it won't be for you.
As live is for you. When you're watching it, it will be live for you.
Yeah. But not.
But at the same time, it won't be.
Anyway, subject of the day, boy.
Oh yes, it's a good question that I think probably if you was to ask it is a very hard question to answer, probably. It's down to what would be the most, in your opinion, the best time to own a games console? What sort of era in terms of owning a console, whether it was like, the Atari or the N64 or the PS2 or the PS4, or just, what do you think was just the best time to have a game console? And best games.
And this could all depend completely on the age range you're in, or how old you are, and all that.
we definitely know that is definitely a factor that plays into that sort of thing.
So if we've got any young people in this channel who've never heard of a PS2, get the fuck off our channel. I'm joking. I'm joking. You should not be here.
No, if you've never owned a PS1, kids, or anything like that, go to a charity shop or some cheap little shop that sells PS1s. It won't cost you a lot. Get one. Get a couple of games. You won't appreciate the graphics, I won't lie to you.
Yeah.
But
that's the problem.
The sheer fun of it was just ridiculous that you'd have on all these games.
Or if you can't be asked to go to a cheapo shop, take your mum or dad's credit card, go on ebay.co.uk and type in PS1 and look for a cheap one. Well, whatever, it doesn't matter how cheap it is because it's not your card, is it? Yeah. It's not your money.
Unless you've got an older brother or sister that owns one or owned one and maybe they've got it in the loft or the cellar, then go and get it, dust it off, and pop a couple of games in, you'd love it.
As you said, dust it off. I'm looking at my Dreamcast. I've got a Dreamcast there. I'd love to dust it off, but I think it don't work, so I think there'd be no point in that.
Yeah, that's a thing about old consoles, actually, now we're on topic of that. I'd never really had a case of my console breaking down, the old ones. The new one, I had the PS3 that had the yellow light. I had the original one, so, pardon me, I had the yellow light of, I think they call it yellow light of death, kind of like the red ring. On the 360, but I never ever had that problem with, say, the Sega Mega Drive. I could throw that thing out the window into the garden and use it as a football for an hour, and I'd still be able to play games on it. Yeah,
and if it froze or whatever, take the cartridge out, give it a little blow, put it back in, Bob's your uncle, you're off again.
Yeah, there was no technical support, it was just the old in the thing.
And then blow inside the machine.
Yeah, make sure it's all out of dust.
Yeah, and then that was it. It works again.
Yeah, just sort of woke up. But yeah, anyway, in your opinion, what would be your favourite sort of...
That's the question of the day. Answering the doobly-doo down below. And yeah.
Yeah, if you have an answer as well, don't forget, put your opinions in the comment section below. Like, whatever you think, it's your opinion, it's what was your favourite, or if maybe the current consoles are your favourite. It all depends. But yeah, if you want to leave a comment, leave your opinions. We're welcome to read them.
If there's any Wallies down there that start arguing about which one was better, then if we see a comment, we're just going to kick your ass out, because that shit ain't tolerated on the Wolds channel. If there's going to be anyone arguing or anyone kicking up any stinks, it's going to be the Wolds.
I think that would be very stupid for someone to go, this is the best console, because the best of anything, no matter whether it's perfection or you base it on this is just the best or whatever, it's always just going to be opinion. You're never going to get 100% of the globe to agree with you, period. So just your opinion. You can't turn around and say, well, that's a shit answer. It's like, well, no, because that's just the answer you didn't want us to give. But yeah, whatever.
Yeah. So with that being said, we're going to give you our answer now, and like it or lump it. Right. Dude, what in your opinion was the best? One that you memorise the most and you think, oh, I had the best memories with that.
I think, personally, it'd be out of the PS1 and the PS2, and I'm going to lean more towards the PS2.
Yeah.
because it was still the same sort of cool game mechanics of PS1 that you enjoyed, that you was like, oh, this is fun and addictive, I can keep playing it, but they just upped the graphics as well.
Yeah.
So it was like they just added to what they already had a good thing.
Yeah.
So, and obviously this was around a time where I was coming to the end of primary school and getting into secondary school. So everyone was getting them. We was all playing them, like when Tekken Tag came out, SmackDown Just Bring It.
Oh, yeah.
I would literally just be so excited. I'd be like, the school day can't end quick enough because I want to go home and play the shit out of this game for the 300th time this week. So
nothing was better when you knew you had a game waiting for you when you got home. You was like, school cannot. I just want school to end now. It can't pass quick enough. It really can't. And when that bell went, you were like, right, I'm going home.
I'm off.
I know exactly what I'm doing when I get home.
Normally you went home quick from school anyway, but because there's a game waiting at home for you as well, you was just like, get the fuck out of my way, pushing all the teachers out of the way.
And if it was windy out, I'd be like, great, gust of wind, just push me home, take me home, baby, push me home.
That's basically it. It's just. Yeah, so for me it was PS2, and
yeah, man,
I played a lot of games on there.
Did you have a Nintendo 64?
No, I had a friend that did.
I never had one.
Neither did I.
I had a go on one.
Yeah,
one, and that was a time when obviously the PlayStation 1. I had PlayStation 1 at the time. That's 32-bit.
Yeah.
This was a Nintendo 64, obviously 64-bit. So my mate was like, "Oh, you got a PlayStation? Yeah, well, I got a Nintendo 64, so like, obviously it's better than yours." And he'd do that to me all the time.
Cheeky sod.
He'd do it to me all the time, and even though I was like, "Yeah, I know what you mean, but I don't care," because I still, honestly, legitimately think mine's better, not just because it's mine.
Just game-wise, I don't know many that people go, "Oh, there was this game on N64, this one. I remember GoldenEye. I remember Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Stadium.
Mario 64 is pretty badass.
Yeah, and that's about it. Like, I know there's more, but they're the ones that stick out to me most.
Yeah, same here.
Now, I was a big Crash Bandicoot fan, so that's why I was like well into my PS1.
I knew you'd bring this up.
I loved my PS1, and I loved my Crash Bandicoot. He was a beautiful boy.
Oh yeah, he's good though. He's the first PlayStation game I ever got, I think.
Really? I think mine was Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the first proper one I got, and it was a double. It was like a double disc. It had like a demo in the back. I think it was a demo or something. It's like big chunk. I've still got it actually.
Yeah.
It was quite a big chunky one.
Yeah, so I played that. I mean, to the point where that's why it's very sort of like even equal PS1 and PS2, because at the same time, even when I had a I've still got PS3, but I would still put in PS1 games. I'd be like, well, I'm going to play Crash Bandicoot, as I said, or I'll go, I fancy playing Resident Evil 2 or 3, or Spyro, or just, I'd play them. And with a PS3 game, I'd complete it, and that'd be it. I'd be like, right, I've completed it. I'm going to sell it now. I was never like that with PS2 or PS1 games. I'd play it and play it and play it and play it. The replay value had me hooked.
Yeah,
just
same.
Completely.
I can't think of a game that I've been like that with
for a long time. Yeah. Even like, I appreciate the PS4 and how good of a console it is. Like, it's a powerful machine, and the games look ridiculously amazing and everything, but it just does not have my attention like it did as a child, and I think that is partially down to the fact that I've gotten older. Yeah, I know what you mean. And work takes obviously the front seat and gaming takes a back seat, whereas at school, I know school was kind of not meant to take a back seat, but it did for me. I was like, no, gaming's like
same
the end all be all. I think
for me currently, it's gone the complete opposite direction. Whereas PS2 was like had such diversity, and then it got into PS3. I was like, right, hardcore gaming, like cool games and all that. And then I've just gone the complete opposite direction. I was like, Nintendo, children's games, bit of colour. It ain't got colour in it. I ain't playing it. I'm a bit like that. I'm like, where's my Kingdom Hearts? What Disney characters? I'll have a bit of that. I've come the complete opposite direction. So I'll probably go back again where I want to play just serious games like killing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've just gone to that. I'm in that sort of mode at the moment.
We're very much on the Pokemon stage again.
Oh, the Wolds are just trading
again. That's our childhood coming back in there.
Yeah.
Old games, we was like, man, it's just addictive. I think I like the simplicity of it.
Yeah, same man.
Like that's what PS2. PS2 improved on that. Like they made it a little more complicated, more stories in things, and more involved. But it wasn't to the point where it's like, I just want to play a game. To be honest,
Yeah.
I don't really care.
Yeah.
Like they kept it simple, but they just sort of like improved on the PS1 sort of thing. And I think it's where I owned the PS2. I don't know if this is true, but just the way it feels, I feel like I've had the PS2 a lot longer than PS3 or obviously PS4, but PS3. And maybe PS1. I don't know.
How do you mean that it longer? Like you played
It just feels like I've had it longer. Like a lot of like, if I was to span majority like my life spent in gaming, like what was the console I spent most of it on?
The most
it would be
familiar
PS2.
to you, boy.
Yeah, and like even up till it was ending, it was still pouring out good games. Like for love nor money can remember the amount of times I've completed Resident Evil 4, which is like my favourite PS2 game, and it's probably one of my favourite games ever.
Just Resident Evil in general. I mean, he just got the remastered version of the first one. He's off on that again. How many times you completed that?
Oh, I don't know. I know I've owned it 3 times.
Fucking hell.
I've owned every Resident Evil game more than once. So on like different systems.
Even I bought them for you.
Yeah, he's
on my
bought them for
PS3.
me.
I thought, they've got them like on the PlayStation Network store. I thought, I'll buy them for me WOLD, because sometimes I'd fall asleep here, and then he'd just playing while I was kipping. Sounds very weird, but that's what happened.
It's nice and soothing for me, WOLD.
Yeah, it sounds weird to an outsider, but that's how it went down.
Yeah, so even those I completed. So yeah, that's my thing. That's my game. But I think it shined bright like a titbait on PS2.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. And I think we'd be stupid if we didn't go back to Pokemon. Pokemon is a bloody revolution, guys. I tell you.
Beautiful.
It was the game that I played the most on Game Boy when it came out. The first one, Pokemon Blue. Sorry. Then I didn't play them up until Omega Ruby, which I'm playing now. And I've said this before to me, WOLD, but the new one blows me out of the water, because I didn't know that all these. Well, I knew of them, but I didn't know who they were. I didn't know them, but all these new Pokemon that exist, all these new places, and then you got the Mega Evolution, and then you got these baby ones that are baby ones before the evolution of the ones.
I was going to say, you've got to bear in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that obviously since he ain't played since Red or Blue, he missed out the Johto, the Hoenn. Not too familiar with like the black and white ones too much. I actually currently play Pokemon Y.
Yeah.
I haven't got Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire because I have Ruby on the Game Boy Advance, and I just kind of thought I couldn't be bothered with it. So he obviously missed out like a good couple of hundred Pokemon that he'd never heard of before. So this for him is like a massive.
Last time I checked on Pokemon, it was 151, including Mew. Now it's like 700. So I come back to like 700. I'm like, what? Oh my god.
How long have I been away?
And then there's all these these evolutions that you're telling me about. I'm like, really? And then I found out so hold on, a Poliwag can go to a Polichode.
No. A Poliwag evolves to Poliwhirl. A Poliwhirl spans off
to a Polychode.
To Polychode or Poliwrath.
Yeah, I thought, bloody hell. And then there's Electkid. Is it Electkid? Elekid. Yeah, and then there's like a
Electivire.
Electivire. So it's just mental. It's just like blowing me away. I'm like, oh my god, this is overwhelming.
Yeah, and even things like Rhydon evolves into like Rhyperior.
Yeah, and then you're playing games, and then I found out this is my main thing at the moment. Shinies, right? Shiny Pokemon. I thought I know about shinies and all that, and the hollows that you get on your cards, but I have no idea it exists in games. When I found it exists in games. I was like, Right.
What are your shinies?
I want me shinies. And I've luckily got one through trade off some Wally. I traded in my my cosplay Pikachu, and he gave me a shiny Mewtwo level 100. And then as soon as he traded me that, he tried trading me back. So I've got a feeling he done it by accident. I thought, no, I'm not trading you back. And that was it. I let it weigh on my toes.
I still don't know what a cosplay Pikachu is.
Oh, dude,
what the fuck is
it's
that?
just, you know those shows you can do in there with
Yeah.
your Pokemon? When I first done it, right, there was a Pikachu that was given to me, and he was dressed up. And there's there's all different ones when you go to the different towns.
Yeah, they were like top hats and shit.
You can change its clothes. And I thought, I don't want it. I don't want a Pikachu who's dressed up like a chode. So I just showed that off because that was the best Pokemon I had at the time. And he was like, oh, maybe I'll show off my shiny Mewtwo. Showed it off, and then the Wally just traded it, didn't he? So I was like, that's it, you chode.
Oh, man. He ain't heard from him since.
Yeah, so sometimes chodes do come in handy.
Yeah, so yeah, you got that. That's not a shiny though, is it?
What, the Mewtwo?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah, he is. You're
Shiny
right.
Mewtwo, his legs are green, boy. He's got green legs, boy. He's lovely. He's lovely.
He's got a little green belly.
Yeah, yes, and then also, on top of that, see, right, now we're speaking on shinies, me Wold, bless me Wold, he got me, because I can't get it on Omega Ruby, I don't think, he got me a Froakie, but it's not just a Froakie, it's a shiny Froakie. And he got me one in the OGs, a Bulbasaur. It's not just a Bulbasaur, it's a shiny Bulbasaur. It's tipped me. And he gave me the other Mewtwo stone. I got one of them that the Chode sent, where it turns into that freezer looking kind of thing.
Yeah.
But me Wold's got me the other one. I'm set. And what have you got, boy?
Oh, fucking hell, where do I start?
Have you got an hour for this?
Yeah. Basically, I've got all the legendaries. I've got all them like shinies. I've got Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Charmander. I've got all their evolutions and all that. Yeah, basically, I'm cheating. So I'm not afraid to admit it. Yeah. I just, I'm cheating because I wanted it. The thing is, I didn't. I'm not making them all like level 100. They're all reasonable levels, so I can train them. So it's nothing like that. It's not like I've gone, oh, I fancy a level 100 Mew. Nothing like that. I have got a shiny Mew, actually, while we're on that subject. He's a level 10, though.
He didn't cheat for that. He just come across it. He just found it. He weren't even hunting for it.
That was the one legit one.
Yeah, it popped out. He weren't even hunting for it, the lucky sod, and he got it.
Yeah, I gave that a whirl.
Yeah, I can't believe you done that.
Yeah, so I was happy about that. But, yeah, so, yeah, in terms of handheld, I'd definitely say Nintendo.
Oh yeah, the Nintendo's always been the one for handheld. I mean, as much as I love my Vita, I've played my Vita a lot, and I do love it. But I've got to say, the 3DS takes the cake.
Yeah,
it does do it, man. Because it's just, I think Nintendo's speciality are the handhelds.
That's their bread and butter, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got to be honest. Yeah, I think they take the handheld market.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'd have to agree with that because. Literally, I'm sure many of you listening to this are guilty of the exact same thing. You'd go on holiday with your family. What do you take? What's the main priority you put in your backpack, in your Ninja Turtles backpack? What was it? Your bloody Game Boy, wasn't it?
It was always the Game Boy, boy.
Yeah,
it was always...
everything else was irrelevant.
Yeah.
And the whole time you'd be in whatever country you were in on holiday, the entire time you'd be taking it everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm just going to sit on the beach.
Yeah, man.
And play it. Or when I was at a restaurant, out comes a Game Boy Advance.
Oh, yeah, innit? Oh, man, the Game Boy Advance on the beach was classic.
Yeah, man.
I was always there.
If I weren't paddling in the water, I was on the Game Boy.
Yeah, same.
The whole holiday. Like, my mum and dad would be going, oh, we're going to go and see this castle or this place or something like that. I'll be like, yeah, well, I'll make sure I've got the Game Boy on me because that's probably going to be boring as shit, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll be playing one of them. Do you remember that crappy sort of Dragon Ball Z game? It was always like a card game.
Yeah.
And they swing punches in. I had that. I bought it from Spain.
Oh, I had that. I bought it from France. High five.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it had like Vegito on it, Super Saiyan 3 Goku.
Yeah.
And Super Saiyan Goku or something like that. And I was just like, oh man,
yeah,
that's beautiful. My little brother got a Pokemon Crystal from Spain, which has all kind of foul language in it. It has like weird. Instead of saying, say for example, you name the character Ash. You say Ash put Ash found these like a berry. He's put the berry in his bag or whatever. On this, it'd say Ashberry bag fuck. And he showed it to me, and I was like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "That's the best game I've ever seen." It's brilliant.
And he loved it, didn't he?
Yeah, he was well happy. He was glad. I personally would have been like, I've kind of got a rip off here.
Yeah, so would I.
It's kind of funny, but oh well.
Yeah,
he preferred it. So I was like, cool, I can see why.
I'll be like, that's it, it's lost it now. It's lost the novelty factor. I'm bored. No, give me the real thing. I would have gone back and gone, what's this you giving me? What is this you giving me? It's absolute shit.
Yeah, he played that for ages. And so I had Crystal. I had the legit one though.
Yeah, that's it. Boy.
My mate gave me that.
What?
Gave it to me.
It to you?
And his Game Boy Color with it. He went,
How lucky have you been in life, man?
He was like, you're going to need this to play that on. I was like, thank you.
Wait, he gave you the Game Boy?
He gave me a Game Boy Color, purple. And he gave me Pokemon Crystal. He gave me Super Mario Bros. And what was the other one he gave me? He gave me another one. I can't remember it.
I think he fancied you. I can't think of any.
It's because he had a Game Boy Advance. He had no need for it. So he was like, here you go. And I was like, alright.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was a little bit late behind all this. So by the time I got Advance, everyone had SP. So I was just like...
I never had an SP because I just thought...
No, I didn't. I wanted it because I had to stand under light so I could see what my game was.
Oh, do you know what I used to have? I used to have a little light thing that plugged in the top.
Yeah.
And it's like, you bend it round.
My mum got me one of them eventually. Yeah. It was like a grey thing and it'd hook around it. And it was like a fucking a
little mini LED lamp thing.
Yeah, it was like scaffolding on it. It was ridiculous.
It's funny how this is supposed to be. What's your favourite generation of gaming? And then it's like, oh, Pokemon. Then I had a Game Boy Advance that had this stupid little light that we attached to it.
It's getting a bit off track.
Yeah.
But no, definitely in my opinion was PS2. It has to be just because the variety of games.
Yeah, man.
Always had my attention. You was playing survival horror, fighting, action adventure, platforming. Yeah. It's just it had everything. And although the new games do, and I think they're just overcomplicated to the point where I'm very reluctant to play it.
Let's be honest, right? This is when it all went to pot. When first-person shooters were just all the rage. I've said it. You can all hate me if you want.
You can shoot us down on the pun.
But that's when it happened, though. When first-person shooters were like the thing, and then they just run with it. And every game that was coming out was a FPS. I thought, oh, give us something different, please. Give us something different.
I think, to be perfectly honest, the game I played most on PS3 was Call of Duty, World at War.
Yeah, but you played your zombies.
I was going to say, the reason I played that was multiplayer zombies. Yeah. That's all I ever played. I literally completed the story just so I could get that. I literally tried skipping the story because I was just like, I want to hurry up and get in zombie mode.
Yeah.
Because I was just like so mentally into zombies, as you can obviously tell by the Resident Evil fanatic in me. But I literally can't tell you. I'd literally play it from sun up to sundown for months.
Well, that's completely understandable, dude, for you. That's just understandable. But for the others, it's not acceptable because, one, you ain't a WOLD, and two, you're just ruining gaming. What are you doing?
Yeah, it's there's too much abuse in it now. People give each other abuse, man.
There's so much abuse. There's people using the wrong racial slurs on the wrong people just because it's a racial slur. I think, oh mate, you're just really angry, aren't you?
Yeah, Have you seen the ones where like if say you're a multiplayer and like a girl joins the party, all the guys are on a pack of walls,
like flies on shit, and they
like making kissing noises and asking like just inappropriate things. It's like, well, if you want to do if you're that sort of weirdo, go on them weird websites, them weird things where women are paid to take that sort of abuse.
Go and chat roulette or something. You'll find loads of weirdos on there. If you want to be with a bunch of weirdos, go on there, you fucking low life.
Yeah, instead of like,
Yeah,
hassling this poor girl that's just joined on the thing just to play
just wants to have a little game. She wants the game. Just come on here, babe. You're fancy my fit cock. It's probably about 2 inches. That's not light.
Yeah, the fact you're bragging about it means you can barely see it.
Yeah, exactly. Belly's probably too big to bloody see it.
Yeah, so, yeah, that's what it's come down to. And I think there's a lot of bad things that surround Call of Duty that makes me very uninterested with it.
Online gaming in general is just terrible.
Yeah,
man.
I've never been a big online gaming fan.
Nor have I.
Unless you're a team and you're not fighting other people. You might. That's why I played the zombies a lot. Because you'd be a team of people that you'd meet online.
Yeah.
But you had to help each other. You were a team. That was it. I liked that because, well, the AI can't use hacks and cheats and, you know, bugger you over, or like they do on multiplayer and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was just really good. You make friends with people on there as well doing it. And yeah, that was definitely a game I played most of PS3. But PS1, I think it was probably either Crash Bandicoot 3 or it was Tekken 3.
I'm trying to think what I played the most of on there. Probably Spyro the Dragon. No, I don't know. Hold on. I really don't know. I bought so many different games.
I was going to say, weren't you more of like your Sonic on your Dreamcast?
Yeah, that was good. I did like that. I like my Sonic Adventure. I like my Sonichu. If anyone knows who Sonichu is, give it a like.
Please research it.
Yeah, research Sonichu.
If you could find a photo of the Wolds on Twitter, Photoshop our faces on Sonichu.
You get a prize.
We'd love you for life. I'd send you a shiny on the Pokemon. I'd cheat and get a shiny for you.
Yeah, that'll be your prize.
Yeah, man.
But, man.
Yeah, do you think this is?
Yeah, that'll do.
That's nice. Yeah, we don't want to bore you to death, but
well,
yeah. So I think
it's not that we don't want to bore them. I mean, you know, we can't give them too much of our time because
we're busy people.
We've got things to do. We've got another game. We've got games to play.
We got booze to drink. We got pubs to go to.
Yeah.
We've got a busy lifestyle.
Yeah, we got food to eat. So you know that's enough.
Yeah, but yeah. So to basically sum this up, mine I'm gonna say is PS2.
I'm afraid I'm gonna have to be a bore and say mine's PS2 as well. Although
it makes a lot of sense.
Although the old Game Boy has a special place in my heart.
Yeah, that is probably the best handheld.
And for Sega consoles, it's Dreamcast. Only because that's the definitive Sega Dreamcast console.
I heard somewhere they was doing making a new Dreamcast.
Yes? Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'll be if that's true. When I get the funds, I'll be all over it. And you better watch some gameplay because they're going to be tits.
And if you're listening, Sega, make a Kickstarter if you can. Yeah. Do whatever. Just get that Dreamcast out.
Just you need it.
Yeah, you of all people need it.
All people bloody need it. Do you know what I did hear though? Sega's thinking of going to Xbox, or Xbox are buying Sega, which I thought, okay, that's what I heard. But I thought I don't know if I can see that happening.
Yeah.
Don't know if I can quite see that happening. It'd be very random.
Yeah, but oh well, we got Street Fighter 5 on PS3, so fuck you. No, but yeah, so we're very pleased about that.
Yeah, we can't wait. We'll have our Street Fighter, don't
we? Yeah.
What was the last one you played?
Street Fighter 4, I had it for like a day and I sold it.
Same. Yeah, you can tell we're big fans of Street Fighter.
What piece of shit this is? And I sold it.
Everyone's like, Street Fighter 5 exclusive for PS4 and PC. And there's the Wolds like, oh man.
Yeah. I do like me fighters. I'm not going to lie, I'm getting a bit bored of Tekken. But I am hyped as shit about MKX getting Mortal Kombat on. That looks so good.
I'm hyped as shit for what, boy? The Barts 3.
The Barts 3. Kingdom Barts 3, that is.
Kingdom Barts. I can't wait for it, man. It's just, I can't wait.
We can't wait. But anyway, we're getting way off track here. We'll save that sort of thing for another podcast.
Yeah.
In the meantime, if you could like the video, it would be much appreciated.
Smash it hard.
Yeah, smash it while you're smashing one out. Just give it a like. There's a good chap. And when you've done that, share it. Share it.
Share it with your people.
Reblog it amongst your fans. I'm sure you've all got fans.
Yeah.
Probably more fans than the Wolds have.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, so if you could do that, that would be greatly appreciated. Obviously, as we said at the beginning, leave a comment if you have an opinion about what your best generation of gaming was. Yeah, so that's that. Oh yeah, just before I sign off, I don't want people to think that I'm ignorant as to playing the Atari and all that stuff. I did play all that, all the NES and all that. It just didn't have my interest because I was very young. I was like 2.
I mean, we're old enough to know what it is.
Yeah.
Not like you people out there who don't even know what a bloody PS2 is.
I was just going to say, that just wasn't my childhood.
Yeah, nah. That weren't me, nah.
Yeah, it was like before my time. I'm not sorry to admit that. That's just how it is.
No, I'm glad,
just how it happens.
because otherwise how old would I be?
Yeah. But, yeah, anyway, so that's that download. I thought I'd clear that up. But, yeah, again, make sure you love the Wolds. Send us kisses in the mail.
Send the Wolds love. Oh, and please, just talk. God, I can't stress this enough. Interact with us on Twitter, please.
Yeah, as much as you want.
Honestly, just like we're not going to be like, oh,
we don't ignore
people talking to us again.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Even on here on the old YouTube, if you want to send us a message or comment, and we do reply to things. You know, we're not horrible to our subscribers. We don't think we're above anything.
All 33 of them. We don't.
We're into interacting with you.
We haven't ignored one.
No, we haven't. Anyway,
we're gonna have to track.
That's the end. That's the end of this podcast. Anyways, thank you very much for listening. Much appreciated. And as always, girls, please subscribe.
That'd be classic.
Oh man, classic.